Welcome to How to Write the Way C-Level Executives Think. Before we get started, I need to ask you a question. Actually, I need to ask you 5 or 6 questions. How many of you know people who will tell you a story, then to make sure you've heard it, they will tell it to you again? To make sure you remember it, they'll tell it to you a 3rd time. And to make sure you wake up screaming in the middle of the night, they'll tell it to you a 4th time. How many C-level executives do you know that think or behave that way? I don't think you know too many. Let's talk about the way you think and the way you behave. Let's play the association game. Tell me what you think of or what you feel when you hear the phrase 100 words, 10 pages, 2 blue books. Does that bring back some academic ghosts? Can you remember what it was like to write in an academic environment? Well, do you think C-level executives read 250-page reports? I don't think so. What do they read? Right. They read the executive summary. Now, why do they read the executive summary? Well, you have 3 reasons for that. First, they don't have time to read the entire report. Secondly, they think big picture, not minute details. And third, they have others who can and will read it to evaluate its merit, and then pass it on to the executive. Now, with the executive summary, the executives read the executive summary to decide if they will read it, and if they do read it, it means that executive summary was very, very powerful, and they will actually read the report. Or they will route it. They will read the executive summary, decide that it is within the scope of the company's business, and pass it along to accounting, or manufacturing, or engineering, or systems to see if it's something that would work in their environment. Or they would simply reject it, simply by reading the executive summary. Now, would they prefer to read a 2-page executive summary or a 1-pager? Stupid question, right? Of course, they'd rather read the 1-pager. So, what's the secret of slicing a 2-page executive summary to 1 page quickly, easily, and correctly? Can you really do that without losing important content, solutions, or conclusions? Absolutely. So you want proof this can happen, huh? Of course. Let's try it. First, let's return to the first slide of this presentation and get inside the mind of that C-level executive. Before we get started, I need to ask you a question. Actually, I need to ask you 5 or 6 questions. That was the slide that started this presentation. Do you think this is a good way to begin a letter to or a conversation with a busy executive? Look at the words in that opening again. Before we get started, I need to ask you a question. Actually, I need to ask you 5 or 6 questions. Now, what is the focus of those first 2 sentences? Do they address a critical issue or offer solutions to pressing problems? Is that executive interested in your needs? I don't think so. Have you learned anything yet? Let's get back to the idea of slicing a 2-page executive report down to that 1 page. Here's a typical sentence you might see. I would like to take this opportunity to provide a short update on the Northeast region's progress towards completing our planned IT system and customer service initiatives for 2013. That sentence contains 29 words. How can we cut it down and basically cut it in half? This report updates the Northeast region's progress of our planned IT system and customer service projects for 2013. 18 words. Yes, you can get from a 2-page executive report down to a 1-page. So, how do you get from 29 words down to 18 words quickly, easily, and correctly? Simply, you discover the amazing power editing system created by Al Borowski. Call or email me to help you write the way C-level executives think. There's my contact information. P.S. For the next 30 days only, I offer a free 30-minute in-house mini lesson or a free 30-minute webinar for you to preview, to test this thing out, to see if it really works. I'm sure you can appreciate the value and importance of both the mini lesson and the training itself. So contact me now to help you write the way C-level executives think. There's my contact information. Pick up the phone, check out my email address, send me an email, let me know you're interested in finding out the way C-level executives think so that you can write to their style. Thank you.